a chance to take a look at some numbers for Capella.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under him.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's White. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. Right around midseason here, Chris, more players-only meetings being held. Give us a little insight into what those are like.
Well, there's some really good ones, Kevin, and there's some bad ones. There's ones that goes, hey, guys, just wanted to bring us all here and say, man, listen, we could do a little bit better. We need to focus. I'll start with myself. I can be better on the boards. You need to be better guards over here. Those kind of meetings are good. Then there's the ones that say, listen, guys, we're going into playoffs. I need everyone to put the phones down. No more going out. Sacrifice. Tell your in-laws, tell your spouse, tell your family, listen, for the next month we're honed in. We can't come back. And then there's the ones that you don't like, the ones that finger pointing, saying, hey, guys, I called this meeting because I'm tired of all of you. None of you are putting up. And then another guy says, wait, I'm not doing my job. You're not doing your job. And other guys come in and you kind of get how it goes. So a lot of different ways you can have meetings. But hopefully as a coach, you have great leadership. So at the end of the day, even if you have hurt feelings, guys come out better for it.
Now here's Harden following the miss by DeRozan.
And sometimes I feel like people don't truly appreciate the greatness of what James Harden does. He's one of the toughest guys to check on the fast break. He has one of the best Euro steps in the game, the best footwork in the game. He'll hit you in the head for deep. You can't check him without fouling him. The precision of his movements, the ease in which he scores. Come on, man.
First free throw is good.
Well, look, I love how Harden does a little bit of everything. Aggressive scorer, solid rebounder, superb passer, and he's also improving on the defensive end.
Harden hits them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
White against Westbrook. Here is Forbes. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. As you said, C-Webb, what Harden has been doing the last few years is truly remarkable.
Yeah, Kevin, and what's funny, because when you are achieving greatness and critics try to diminish what you're doing, it's just funny to me. Harden is one of the great guards of all time, no matter how you slice it.
And DeRozan, here we go. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Rockets on offense. For 3, Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So it's San Antonio now. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yes, yeah. They had a hard time taking the lid off the basket. Their offense just looked flat.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And here's Westbrook. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming. Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And that one misses. For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. DeRozan. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. DeRozan's got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Harden. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
Amazing feel for scoring on the interior. I mean, Harden, he's excellent at mixing it up.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Unloads. And it's DeRozan missing.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
House the pass to Capella. Here's Westbrook. Count the basket. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now the pass to Gay. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Capella. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Westbrook. 6 points for James Harden.
Oh, just spectacular in the open floor. When Harden's coming downhill, you're at his mercy.
Right block shot. Kicks it out to Gay. Aldridge trying to break free. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here are the Rockets now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Lob pass to Capella.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. White looking around. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. A 12-point game. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. How last month turned out for him. He's getting around 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
So it's San Antonio now, down by 12. To stop the drought, and DeRozan finishing inside. DeRozan's got 6. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Stolen by Tucker. And the basket by Harden. He's got 12.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And White kicks to Gay. Outside White. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Forbes. Here's DeRozan. Offline with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Inside. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Oh, man, the dunks that Gay flushes home are what he's best known for. A relentless athlete who just flat out gets it done.
Harden draws the double. Down low, Tucker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, PJ gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
First one falls for him.
Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner three.
The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in. So he gets them both. And Tucker, Chris, the type of player who will do all the small things for a team.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything more than he is with the stars on his team, and he knows that. Tucker's a great glue guy. He sets screens, guards anyone, rebounds, hits his shots.
And the basket by DeRozan.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
For three, Westbrook gets the three-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got 7 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Murray with the bounce pass. Gay dishes to Aldridge. Back to Gay. Pulls from the top of the key. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets leading by 15. House the pass to Harden. And that's collected by Gay. Gay's got 4 rebounds in this game. Harden against DeRozan. Count it. Good. He's got 10.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here is House. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Murray with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Aldridge trying to break free. That 3 off the mark. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. That one a little long. Spurs trail by 13. Feeds it to DeRozan. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Trey Lyles comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bellinelli in for Bryn Forbes. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Cephalosha comes in for Daniel House. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Some people have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like a Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it, like Anthony Davis, who it just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will.
Well, I love what Austin Rivers did last year after he bounced around between the Wizards and Rockets. I mean, he came in and he was focused. He was traded by Washington to the Suns and then bought out and ended up in a great situation in Houston.
Damari Carroll's checked in for San Antonio. No good on the second free throw. And for Rivers, after being let loose by Phoenix, still productive and very motivated when he joined the Rockets.
Rivers said that even though he understood the buyout, he hated the idea of being released. I mean, it reinvigorated his game, and he had one of the best seasons to date.
Offensive rebound, Poeltl. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now Rivers. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Murray after Austin Rivers scored. Now here's Murray. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Tucker. And it's the Rockets on the break. And the dunk by McLemore.
When you put everything into your defense like Tucker does, good things happen. Like easy points off of a terrific steal.
Murray kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Carroll. Outside, Bellinelli. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Rivers against Murray. And here's Cephalosha for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Murray with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Bellinelli passes to Pirtle. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader, and the Spurs scoring again.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fader.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. They're leading by 8. 1:51 left to play in the first. And stolen by Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
Now here's McLemore. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Atlanta.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Here's Cephalosha. 6-point game. From 13 feet, it goes down. We've got 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. Murray, the pass to Lyles. And here is Bellinelli. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
The outside shooting of Bellinelli really opens up the floor for everyone else. His stroke from outside is just straight cash.
Passes it to Cephalosha. There's the pass to McLemore. No good off the back of the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Now here's Bellinelli. He has 6. Pulls it up. Lyles kicks to Murray. A second chance effort stolen by Rivers. And it's the Rockets on the break. Rivers has got the ball. Cephalosha misses. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Rockets. PJ Tucker is out there with Cephalosha. And it's Chandler. Then it's McLemore. And it's Rivers in at the point. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Now, here's Tucker. We saw him with 10 points last game. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Spurs trail by 4. Mills passes to Lyles. Now, here's Bellinelli, guarded by Tucker. Lyles kicks to Carroll. On the wing, Bellinelli. Stolen by Rivers. And it's the Rockets on the break. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And running the break is about being opportunistic. Right there, Rivers doing just this and being rewarded for it.
Pass to Lyles. Here's Bellinelli. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And the Spurs with some changes. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jakob Poeltl. DeRozan comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And Derek White subbed in for Bellinelli. And the Rockets making a change here as well. James Harden, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Now here's McLemore. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Another miss by Houston. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. 6-point game. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Now here is Cephalosha. Pass to McLemore. Back to Rivers. From deep. That shot off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Now, here's Aldridge. No points in the game yet for him. And another turnover here by San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Houston also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. Daniel House comes in for Ben McLemore. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Rivers. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gay's got his 6th rebound on the night. White against Harden. Aldridge inside. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Houston leading by 4. Here's Harden. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And that's just tremendous dribbling from Harden. I mean, he has the ball on the string, the handles, weaving around any defender in his way.
Aldridge's shot is good.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be nice to have that combination of height and skill. You know you can get your shot off pretty much against anyone.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Now Mills. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. They get it back. Gay. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Gay is not afraid to get nasty down underneath the glass. He really establishes himself well down there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
San Antonio making a switch here. Forbes checked in. That one misses for Gay. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebound. Largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely. And let's give respect to the offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to just, you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders, Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting threes from Curry land in the 4 position because the game is evolving. So now it is better to get back in transition than trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot on that other end.
Here is Harden following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Kept alive. And they call an illegal screen here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Rockets. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, the Spurs. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And you know, Houston, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seated.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's White. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's DeRozan. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for White. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
So it's San Antonio now, following the score by Houston. Now here's DeRozan. Tight defense on him. He can't get that one to fall. Stolen. Here's Forbes. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Capella. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by Gay. Gay's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Knocked away. It's stolen by Capella. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Rockets leading by 5. Outside Westbrook. Dishes to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown.
And the way Gay gets right in the jersey of the shooter is what is so bothersome. He really affects and alters the shots.
Good D by Harden.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Westbrook, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And finished off by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
The Rockets again can't hit.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
Makes it off the glass. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 12.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
DeRozan against Westbrook. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Russell Westbrook. Chris, at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, for the ones that aren't sucking there and are tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action. And there's times, too, you get to see what has happened a few of the plays before, so you get to bust the guy up with some jokes or just flat out talking trash. And sometimes guys are saying, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes the guys are going, man, listen, I'm so tired. He's going to make this free throw. Don't push me too hard on this. I got to get rest for a couple seconds.
They say that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Especially to the guys. I remember saying that to Ben Wallace one time. He was my rookie, and I was like, listen, man, you know Legs is going to make this free throw, man. Come on, don't push me all the way into the basket. You'd have a good
What was the
right
response?
He pushed me into the basket.
And so it's Houston with it. They trail by 1. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. You got to like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
What a stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. James Harden, number 1.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Now here's Harden. He's got 14. Passes it to House. Rivers against Murray. Lets a floater go, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And oh, here we go, DeRozan, nobody back.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Rivers, 7 points in the game. Here's the floater, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And taking a look here at some stats for Harden. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging 39 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
For San Antonio, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
San Antonio making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. McLemore's checked in. And that free throw good from DeRozan.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances
at the line this quarter.
Now a timeout called by Houston. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
1:46 left in the second quarter. Murray against Rivers. Over Murray. They get it again. Capella. And Pirtle sends it back.
The assertiveness of Capella, when he's playing with passion inside, it forces the D to act.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Lyles checked in for the Spurs. And he makes both free throws.
The 6'10" center from Switzerland. I mean, Capella, he's become a nightly double-double threat. He's a strong big man.
Murray outside. Now the pass to Bellinelli. Nice form on the 20-footer. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 6 now for the Spurs. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Now here's Harden. 14 points for him. The 3. Rebound San Antonio. Lyles got his 4th rebound in this one.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. It hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Offensive rebound. There's the 3. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Rivers.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Now here's Bellinelli. He's got 8. Murray outside. Here's Lyles. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Spurs. They finish off the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Rudy, it looked like you guys found your old identity in the first half tonight.
Yeah, that's the way we played last season. Our defense was our staple, and that's all we have to do. We have to go out here and play defense every night, and this is a good start for us.
Let's see if you can stay true to yourself in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 28 points and 1 steal. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
When DeRozan gets it cranked up, this team flourishes. Strong off the dribble, really hard to check in ISOs, and when you do body up to him, he finds a way to draw fouls.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. And it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now here's White. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Now look, nobody takes more contact than Harden inside. Nobody's better at scoring through.
Now here's White. Gay outside. Pass to Aldridge. Good work defensively by Capella. The Rockets trail. Harden the pass to Rivers. Capella with it. Here's Tucker. And another 3 for Houston.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Gay outside. Aldridge against Capella to end the run. And it's laid up and in by Aldridge. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Harden. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
DeRozan scanning the floor. And finished off by DeRozan.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Now here's Harden. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Here's White outside DeRozan. Passes to Aldridge. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, DeMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge, great, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Over to the left wing. Kicks to White. Back to Aldridge. Count that one. Aldridge has got 7 points for the quarter.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
For 3, Westbrook. Good on the three-point shot. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Oh, he can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
White the pass to Forbes. Now Gay to the inside. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Mills, he's checked in for White. And a switch here also for Houston. Chandler's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Spurs passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. That one rolling around and rims out. Here's Harden. It counts, and the foul. That one on DeRozan.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot off.
Come on, Kev, it's just sick. His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step-back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
Harden, no good on the free throw. Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Mills with it. The pass to Gay. To the paint. Chandler with the steal. Here is House. Covered by Mills. Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's a 5-point Houston lead.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Aldridge inside. He's guarded by Chandler. No good from Gay.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Outside Westbrook. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound. Chandler, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Putting the cherry on top of that layup has a little fun with the double clutch.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for P.J. Tucker.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Now here's Mills. Here's Aldridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Forbes kicks to Mills. Over Westbrook. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Mills has got his second bucket of the game to go. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Spurs trail by 8. Pass to Aldridge. Outside DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
It's Westbrook with the drive. Pops in the layup for 2. Westbrook's got 11 in the second half.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Gay outside. Outside Aldridge. From past the arc. And Westbrook pulls it down. Rockets leading by 8. Lobbed up there for Chandler. A shot missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, and that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pass to Mills. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and DeRozan throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now here's Westbrook. 26 points for him.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he's just had one attempt at the line early.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Trey Lyles comes in for Rudy Gay. Damari Carroll's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bellinelli in for Bryn Forbes. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. And it's Ben McLemore in for Danuel House. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Spurs trail by 8. And here is Bellinelli. He's got 8. Pirtle kicks to Carroll. To the left side wing. Now here's Mills, guarded by Harden.
And Harden sent a message to the D with the block, really showing his extraordinary...
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, their goal was to limit their turnovers, and they've wasted way too many possessions with giveaways.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Spurs. Passes it to Bellinelli. To the right side. Pirtle dishes to Carroll. From deep. He can't get that one. Good D by Harden. Houston leading by 10. Cephalosha has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Bellinelli passes to Lyles. In the corner, Murray with it. The pass to Pirtle. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Pirtle's got it back down to single digits for the Spurs. Harden draws the double. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lyles against Westbrook. Shots good by Lyles. Lyles got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And they pick up 2. That's now 32 points for Russell Westbrook.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
Now here's Murray. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's Carroll on the wing. Over McLemore. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the board.
Murray against Westbrook. Here's Cephalosha. Right through the D for the layup. He has 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Carroll passes to Lyles. Now here's Bellinelli, guarded by McLemore. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Bellinelli. Bellinelli against Harden. And Pirtle sends it back. They're running. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the dunk by McLemore.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And Pirtle sends it back. They recover it. Cephalosha against Bellinelli. Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
Derek White's checked in for Damari Carroll. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. That one misses for Murray. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Westbrook's got 34.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Wiles. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 6th assist on the night.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Harden inside the three-point line. Kept alive. Here's Capella. It's off. And so it's Houston in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's McLemore at the 3. Now here's McLemore. Westbrook kicks to McLemore. Hands it from downtown.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
Westbrook against Murray. Pass to Bellinelli. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Spurs trail by 15. Murray surveying the D. Knocked loose. He kicks it to Aldridge. Outside, White. Murray outside. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 15 rebounds here tonight. From deep, McLemore. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Murray against Westbrook. Murray outside. Stolen by Westbrook. And McLemore slams it in.
And really, whenever McLemore gets loose in transition, he's a problem for the defense. He can score in so many ways.
San Antonio calls timeout. C-Web, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, and McLemore's a total genius when it comes to tricking the D. So good at how he goes up into the contact on his shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from McLemore.
The former Jayhawk McLemore, a gifted scorer who can really light it up in a hurry.
Good on both. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after, and I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Houston leading by 22.
Russell.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. That's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. They get a hand on it. Westbrook with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. A nice shot by Tucker.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
Now here's Gay. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Aldridge kicks to White. Back to Aldridge. 5 on the clock to end the drought. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Tucker can't get it to go.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Passes it to Gay. And DeRozan kicks to White. From deep 3-point range, it's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook's got 7 rebounds in the game. McLemore inside the line, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 16 points for Ben McLemore. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gay finds White. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And that one, good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's White. The Rockets making the shot. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. and it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Medu, he's checked in for Aldridge. Walker comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Mills in for Derek White. They need this, and he lays it up and in. Medu's got his first basket.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Kicks to Rivers. The pass to Clark. Pass to Clemens. The 19-foot shot, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Oh, just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Now here's Gay to the wing on the left. Rivers against Walker. Over Rivers. Another shot. And there's the bucket from Medu. Medu's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough one.
Got a piece of it. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And the Spurs making a change here. Carroll's checked in. Rivers dishes to Chandler. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll
God.
love it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Chandler, the pass to Clark.
Chandler. Hey, you got ball,
Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it. Get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves. And just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next. And you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice, too. So it's the Spurs now, following the score by Houston. Clock at 6. DeRozan dishes to Aldridge. For 3, Murray. The Rockets pull it in. Tucker's got his 8th rebound here tonight. House, the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, what really separates Capella is his explosiveness around the rim. My goodness. Here's
Murray. Pass to Gay. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. No one covering. And that's now 30 points for James Harden.
And now he's starting to do good work beyond the arc. I mean, he had a dry first half, but now they're falling.
Here is Forbes. Now Aldridge. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. And I got a chance to play home in Detroit. It was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food than being able to go out and play.
I bet. Knocked away. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6 foot nothing. And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And he knocks down the first one. Pirtle, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And a switch here also for Houston. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Capella. And both free throws good for Mills. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in on.
Here's Mills following the score by Houston. Clock at 4. Puts one up from 19, and he knocks down the jumper. Mills has got 6 in the quarter. And it's Frazier with the ball for the Rockets. Passes it to Hartenstein. Now here is Sefolosha, defended by Pirtle. Frazier, no good on the 3. And San Antonio shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. Poked loose and stolen by Sefolosha. Here's Clemens, and the layup's good off the glass.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Here's Medu. Now here's Carroll. From deep, Walker drills the 3-pointer. Walker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Houston's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
3 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Russell Westbrook.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
Now here's Frazier. And there's the pass to Clemens. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Misses from short range. The Spurs shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. And Walker kicks to Carroll. Pass to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Medu. Poked away. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Clemens, covered by Mills. The kick out to Frazier. Pass to Cephalosha. A floater, and Pirtles sends it back. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, when do you know when to attack and when to lay off, when to pass and when to shoot?
I never know, man. I just see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Well, you were on your A game tonight, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks